Friends, welcome to part 119 of Laravel 12 multi-vendor e-commerce series. So in this part, we are going to work on the vendor panel setup. We are going to work on the dashboard, sidebar, and vendor details. So let's start. Let's follow the instructions that you can find under video. So first we are going to create the vendor details model as well as the migration. So we are going to create the new table with the vendor underscore details as the name, okay, in which we are going to store all vendor details. This is for the KYC for the vendor, okay, so that the admin can able to approve the vendor account, so that the vendor can able to add his products into the e-commerce website, okay. So here this table we are going to create vendor details table with the shop name, shop address, shop city, shop state. This is complete business details of the vendor, his legal KYC details for the vendor, and bank details for the vendor, and the commission that he is going to pay to the admin later on, okay. So the approval, this is the thing that I am talking in the last part as well, is underscore verified is the new column, so that the admin can verify his account and will approve his account, so that he can able to use his account for adding the products and for getting the orders from the users, okay. So we are going to create this table, and we are going to run this addition command that will create the model as well as create the migration file for creating the table, okay. So let's start. So we are going to run this command for our project to create these two files. So in the last part, we have seen that we are able to register the vendor and we are able to confirm the vendor account. Then the vendor can able to log in as well. And now we are going to log in with that account only that we have registered last time. Okay. So see this command created these two files. One is the model and another one is the migration file for creating the vendor details table. Okay. So I'm going to open that migration file, create vendor details table. Okay. So here we are going to modify this file. This, okay. So all the required columns. Now we are going to run the php addition migrate command to create this table. See, the table has been created. We are going to check once. Here we can see the new table has been created, vendor underscore details table with all the required columns. So now we are going to update the admin model as well to add the relation between vendor as well as the admin. Okay. So we are going to add the has one relation. Admin can has the vendor detail. If the role is vendor, then we are going to get the vendor detail from this relation. Okay. So we are going to modify the vendor detail that we have just created. Here we are going to add the fillable array in this. We're going to align it. And these are the additional command that we are going to run. For the admin, we are going to create the vendor controller, vendor service, and vendor detail request. Vendor controller, vendor service. So here we are required to use the class instead of this one, service. So here to run that, okay, create the service, and here we are going to create the request. Fine. And now we are going to open the routes to register those routes for the admin. Okay, this one we are going to add for the admin, and these two routes we are going to add for the inside the middleware admin group. Okay, here we are going to add inside this at the bottom before closing, before admin logout. Okay. Now we are going to update the vendor that we have just created. See vendor controller at the admin. This vendor controller, we are going to inject the vendor service add admin, and it contains the edit and update function. Okay, so that vendor can able to update his details. And also we are going to include that vendor detail request that we are going to create. Okay, so first we are going to update the vendor service and the admin. Okay, so see, we have created that there is one issue in vendor service. We have created that when the service inside admin is fine, and when yeah, it is inside admin. That is fine. Okay. I think that it is not inside the admin. It is inside admin, and there must be another file there as well. But there is some issue. No, it must be inside this one. This services admin. Services admin. So I think there is some issue. I'm going to my folder, project folder, SD docs, personal ecom 12, app services, then admin. App services admin. So what is the command here? Here command, I think there is some other command. App services admin. App services admin. So it actually create that app services admin vendor service, but here uh, there is some issue, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to open some other service, like I'm going to open the admin service. So this one is fine, app services admin. Okay, so we are going to close this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just simply close this file from here, and I'm going to see here it created the app admin. That is wrong. I'm going to cut from here. We'll remove that admin folder from here, and we'll put it this file under app services admin here. And it is asking that it can't create. Okay, then I can do simply create the new file here, vendor service.php. Nothing to do. Vendor service.php, like we have the user service. Now we are having the vendor service.php. Okay. So it happens. That's why I used to create the service always manually. Okay. So vendor service, now it is fine, and now we can put the code inside this file. Vendor service, this one we can put. Okay, and make sure the code, the namespace must be correct. I'm going to open the another file from here, like anything admin service, namespace app services admin, app services admin. Now it seems to be fine. Okay, so let's move to the another step, vendor detail request. This is for the validation for the vendor detail form. Okay, vendor detail request. I'm going to open the vendor detail request. We're going to modify this one, and we're going to align it as well. And into this we are going to create this vendors folder inside resources, views, admin, and then vendors folder here. And inside this folder we are going to create this bread file inside this folder. Move this file. Okay, for updating the vendor details, this file will be used. Okay, so this one for updating the vendor details, okay, copy this content there, align it. And now we are going to update the sidebar. Okay, finally we are going to update the sidebar. So we will only show whatever we want to show to the vendor, okay, not the complete modules. Okay, we will just only show the specific module to the vendor, like we are going to show the products module, orders module, and the products related to uh, his own product we are going to show, his own orders we are going to show. Okay, not all the orders, not all the vendors, not all the products. Okay, so in the same way, there are many things that we will not show to the vendor, like the categories we are not going to show. We will not show the coupons. We will not show the banners. The admin letter thing that the admin can only update, vendor will not update those. Okay, so in product service, also we are going to modify the product function here, and in this product function we are only going to fetch that see, in case of vendor we will only fetch the products that the vendor belongs to. Okay, so we are going to modify this products function. This is very important task. Okay, so that the only see fetch products based on role. Okay, so earlier we are not fetching the products based on role, but now we are going to do that. Okay, so this is the thing that we have done inside this products function. Okay, we're going to align it. Okay, so now, and we are going to update the dashboard file as well. Okay, so this is the complete dashboard file that we are going to update. So the dashboard file, there are maximum 3 cards per row. We are going to use the icons. We are going to, vendor can only see the products as well as the order, but not the other details. Admin see full dashboard. Okay, so these are the conditions that we are going to add for the vendor and for the admin. Okay, so this is the full dashboard that we are going to update. I'm going to open the dashboard file. The last step here. So we are going to update this file. Done. We'll go to align it as well. Done. Okay. So now we are going to check. Go to, sorry, going to log in into the vendor account. See, vendor is going to log in. Okay. So I'm going to open here, click on login, and now the vendor is going to log into his account. I'm going to select the vendor here, Amit underscore vendor at the rate of yahoo.com. I'm going to enter the password and now click on login. See, vendor login successful, and here you can see the vendor account. Only two things is visible to the vendor. One is the products and another one is the orders. Okay, and here you can see the dashboard, update password, vendor details, products and orders, and nothing else. Okay, because the vendor must be accessible only for these two things. Okay, so the vendor can update his detail once he will go here. Click on vendor details. Here the vendor is required to update the complete details. Okay, so the vendor will update his details here, and vendor can able to update his password for his account. A vendor can able to add the products here. See here, no other products will be shown to the vendor. There are many products that the admin has added so far, but we have shown nothing to the vendor. Vendor can able to add his own products here. Okay, and the orders, vendor can able to see his own orders here. Okay, so this we are going to work on this one later on. Okay, once we will work on this one, then the vendor can able to see his own orders. Okay, so he can able to see his own products, he can able to see his own orders, and his dashboard only products and orders. He can able to update his own password, and he must update his vendor details so that his account will get approved by the admin, and he can able to add the products. Okay, so still many things we are going to do here. Once he will see, right now he is not done anything, so his KYC is not approved, and we are going to add the condition here. Once he will click on add product, then we will show the error message to him that uh, his account is not approved. He need to update his KYC and get approval from the admin. Okay, so that thing we are going to do. and once his account will be approved, he can able to add the products, and those products we are going to show at the front. Okay, so that complete things we are going to show in the next part. And also one more thing, he can able to update a few more things. He can able to update, like he can able to update his name. He can able to update few more things, like here he can able to update his image, his profile image, and here also he can able to update. So these few things we are going to do in the next part as well. Okay, so please stay tuned for the next part, and you can get this complete source code once you will join as a member. So you can simply search for this tech developer YouTube channel, and after opening the channel, you can join this channel as a member to get the complete source code that will really help you to make this website quickly enough. Okay, so that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.